still run a Damnation. We may still run something like Knight of Souls Betrayal. But, right, so we were thinking either a traverse version or just a non-traverse, focusing on yeah. This is where we were right a second ago, brewing. One dark, one life. Maybe we should add a third push. I think we were still deciding what the last main deck card should be. Yeah, but it's not coming out in time, Treebeard. And then we were like, nope. Right? We were like, no, 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 no. 3 more slots, so like second Fulminator. Well, we faced, I mean, like, we've faced a lot of decks where the Fulminators would have been nice to have. We have. So I think 2 Fulminators might be cool out of the board at least. Overall, now we got 2 Devours, 2 Brutalities in the 75, albeit 1 main, 1 side. Room for 1 more card in the main, and let's see. We'll figure out the other couple cards. So 3 cards still to figure out. I would keep this, perhaps. Isn't the worst thing. I mean, I wish I had 1 more spell instead of the 4th land, but... Well, no, I probably should mulligan this. It's basically just a Thoughtseize and a Goyf, which, I mean, Thoughtseize and a Goyf has been winning games for years in Modern, but if we don't have anything to follow it up, it's pretty bad. Fulminator just feels mediocre. Okay. Well, okay. Fair enough. What do you want instead? I'm not that impressed with Modern's counter magic, although technically if we pull off the Delirium on this creature and we're growing the Goyf more often, like you could run what is that counter spell? The Grixis Shadow is really doing a good job with that card. Oh geez, Ferocious. I'll think of it in a minute. It's the Ferocious negate. Is it called Stubborn? Yes, it is Stubborn. Thank you. Stubborn, it's doing quite well with Stubborn. I mean, they run a playset in their 75. They have like, ooh, I invested in Stubborns. Maybe these are worth something. Did these go up? Because I invested in them when they were like less than $1. E-price. Stubborn. Those are actually my Stubborns. Nothing. They are worth diddly poop. How much poop? Diddly. If you were curious how much poop they are worth on Moto, they are worth diddly. They are worth nothing, but it is a cool card. It's very efficient. Yeah, that's an idea. I mean, like, try to make the deck more consistently grow the Goyfs and the Flayers. Alright, so why don't we Thought Sizzle. I think I'm just going to get the basic Swamp. I think we're moving away a little bit from trying to guarantee the Geddon, or at least if we're going to Geddon, let's enable it through the Ghost Quarters, perhaps. Kind of like a grindy mid-game thing to have happen, I think is where my mind is. Path, Voice, Guardian, Bird. So his hand's a lot slower if I take Bird, but I kind of want to just take Path and try to just get there with Goifu. You know what I mean? So her hand doesn't have much else going for it. Goyf is now a 3/4. Dream Crushed. Yeah. We can do that. I mean, that's the Grixis deck has been seeing some success with that. Not that we have Snapcasters. I guess we could like witness it back to our hand. It's awkward. They've been seeing some success with this card. They have had success. And then we could put maybe more of our... Like, these are pretty specific. Like, those are rather specific cards, whereas these are more, like, universal. Outside of, like, Push and Dismember, like, they're more universal answers. Like, Replicate is pretty universal. Like, if we wanted a main board, then, well, we already are main boarding a Pulse. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could have more universal cards in the main. Although, I would argue that Brutality is more flexible than Flash. But, of course, Brutality shores up matchups where you're like, oh, crap. Bogles, you know. So, it's kind of like, not sure which one I want. I think these are like the flex cards, and it's like, should they, what number main, what number side? We'll figure it out. Denial's great when you have a guaranteed ferocious. Right. Dark Black fits your deck still. Dark Blast? I mean, Dark Blast is something I would have brought in against this guy with all these mana dorks, for sure. But the deck will not always have the guarantee trigger. That's true. Whereas, like, you look at something like, that's true. You look at something like the Grixis Shadow deck that runs these with, like, Snapcasters as well. Like, they've almost always got the Gurmag or the Tazagur or the Shadow. So maybe this isn't where we want to go. Whereas, although we want these to be 4 power or higher, like, they won't always be. Like, for example, this Goyf right here is a 3/4. This is true. Goyf go. Goyfu go. That's very true, Bill. Can I just call you Bill? I know, Chancellor, this is your other name. Fear says, but I still feel as though our weakest link is we're not benefiting from Foretold on... We're only benefiting on our turn. Right, I mean, I don't know what counterspells you would even run, either. That's a great question. I think I suspend this over playing the Hissing Quagmire. I think we'll suspend that. I hear you. I hear you. Like, I agree. I'd like to have something going on. I mean, then you need to add, like, Aether Vials, and then you're, like, this weird, you know, I don't know. Force Spike's only an okay card? No, that's not what I was thinking. I mean, we could do something more like, what would be interesting? What about something like, Call Me Crazy? I've always liked this one spell. It's not Remand, it's, Unsub. Paired with something like Witness. This is interesting to me. I don't know. It's hard to say. Store Balance is so good against voice. No, it's not. I'm just trying to think of like a counterspell that this deck would actually want, you know? Like, Unsub would at least return Witnesses. It's flexible. Perhaps Delay. Mystic Snake. Yeah. Mystic Snake's more in our colors than something like Cryptic for sure. I don't even hate that idea. I don't even hate that idea. Freaking Mystic Snake. Oh baby. They would never see it coming. There you go, there's your top end. One Mystic Snake. Oh jeez. No, this is like really sweet when you have like bounce engines. It's not really where you want to be. Oh man, what if we traversed for Mystic Snake? Oh baby. Oh baby. Okay, there's a Loam. That's cool. Let's play Quagmire. Let's Loam back the Delta. It's not going to change the Goyf, which is important. Sucks that we're losing this race, aren't we? So far. Every deck wants Mystic Snake. Goyf grows, but he gets a token. What about Peel from Reality with Witness? What was Peel again? Peel, banana. Peel, banana. Oh, that's fun. Bounce their dude, bounce our dude, yeah. That's value, right? I still would rather run... I like the flexibility of this card. I think that's underrated, like in a format filled with Tazagurs. I think it's just something we'd have to play around with before we saw if it was wonderful or not. Felidar, the voice... Sorry, he's going to Felidar. Well, Felidaring voice wouldn't do anything, would it? It's when this dies, correct? Yes. I don't know why I left open blue mana as if I'd, like, try to kill this. Now, if we do swing with the Tarmogoyf, things could go poorly. Like, they could do a double block, and then it's like I have to choose between the token, and none of that feels great. Why don't we loam, see what we get? Nothing. We would have just drawn a Thoughtseize. Okay. I mean, Goyf's a good defender here. Why don't we just get in with a Quagmire and we can keep bringing it back, thanks to Loam. I think that's our best bet. I don't really want to swing the Goyf here because I think they do double block. And then it's like, okay, well, you want the Elemental, you want the Guardian. I don't really want either. You know, I want my Goyf. That's what I want. Oh, we can't loam it back this turn, though, which sucks. But we'll get to that point. I think it just takes the 2. Yeah. Okay. And then it's like that spot where, well, would this Quagmire just be happier as a, like the previous spot? This was before, although I think that this color combination is better for us, but the creeping tar pit, and maybe that's just better. People were telling me they thought the Death Touch might be more relevant in this metagame, though, considering that in some matchups we're not the beatdown. In plenty of matchups, like even right now, I'm not sure if we're the beatdown because I'm sitting on a sweeper. I feel like we're actually trying to be the control. Is that the Sealy? No, it's Kitchen Face. Okay. So there's the Elemental. Don't have a way to grow this, unfortunately. Maybe I should have held up the Quagmire to block, you know? He only needed one more creature to grow that thing before Goyf could possibly block. Maybe I should have mathed this out before going to 7. I actually think I'm supposed to grab Breeding Pool. Blue is significant for us. Yeah, suspend balance? Of course. Catacombs. Ah, jeez, we just drew a bunch of land. That's unfortunate. So we're on blocking duty with the Quagmire for a turn. Play Breeding Pool tapped. Say go. Maybe I'm supposed to put the Loam in the graveyard and then Loam with Loam. No, we need to draw like an actual card. I mean, in fairness, what I would have drawn instead was a Thoughtseize that might have hit this Kitchen Finks they just played, but I can't be sure. They might have been top decked. It's the kind of thing you'd have to ask your opponent after the game. Am I playing the playset of Foretold still? Yes. I am. That I am. Sealy? Ah, we're just dead anyway. Okay. GG's opponent. Yeah, I mean, if we're getting standard combo, I think standard comboed, I think we do need the... Well, in fairness, this version here, or the version that we have in the league, I can show you after this. We weren't running the second main board, Abrupt Decay. We weren't running even the. Hang on. We weren't running a couple things like that we're running now. Like I only had 2 pushes. That seems wrong. Yeah, there's like a lot of little things I think are gonna change. Like we're cutting this. We're cutting this. We're maybe slimming here, slimming here. Those are the big changes, I guess, to the main board, and then a lot's changing in the sideboard. Like, here's what I'm thinking in the future. I'm thinking this, and then we figure out 5 more cards. Whether that's... We've kind of pulled some of these things. These are some of the cuter things we were considering, like a Traverse Engine or maybe Stubborns. I think a lot of changes to the deck before it consistently pulled off the Stubborns. I think it could be done. Like, in fairness, I think there is a deck in Sultai colors that exists that could pull off Denial. I think we would just have to make the deck do a better job growing Goyf and Deliriuming Grimflare. I think that deck exists. I think it would involve things like Mishra's Bauble, though. I think it would involve, yeah, stuff like that. Cast 4? Got comboed. Yeah. Yeah. Just play Bug Delve. I mean, yeah, it would probably involve, and that's kind of where my mind is starting to go, Olza. Like, I think it would involve running like Thought Scour. Like, I just that's how I feel. I think it would involve Thought Scour, like incidentally hitting one of our 5 enchantments, incidentally hitting one of the few artifacts. Like, it probably wants like a 3rd or 4th artifact.